Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Ghost and today we're taking a look at the Tier 6 Premium Polish or Pan-European Destroyer, the ORKAN. That's right. So you guys did a vote on a poll not too long ago and I asked y'all, what do you guys want to see? A video of the Oland or a video of the Z35? Because I recently bought them both. And, well, you guys unanimously picked the ORKAN. So, that's what we're taking a look at today. Alright, anyway, let's head on and check out the upgrades and loadout. We're running Aiming Systems Mod 1, Propulsion Mod 2, and we're running Concealment Systems Mod 1. We have High Explosive, we have some Armor Piercing, and we have some torpedoes. We'll take a look at all three of these in depth in the specs tab. We have some standard damage control parties, nothing special here. We've got some engine boosts, and the ORKAN is quite unique because it comes with 9-kilometer radar. 9-kilometer radar on a Tier 6 destroyer is pretty goofy. 20-second duration on that radar. 180 second reload time is 180. I keep thinking 180 degree turn time. I'm thinking of the turret to see, my brain's all messed up. It's like freaking 3 in the morning, so you know, don't mind me one bit. But anyways, yeah, 180-second reload time. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, pretty good radar though. 9 kilometers, you know, on a DD at Tier 6 is pretty insane. I think this is the best radar in the game for any destroyer, if I'm not mistaken, so yeah. But how often this will help you, I don't know. You know, I wish the ORKAN had a smoke. Like, if I could swap out my engine boost for a smoke screen, my life would be complete, okay? The engine boost doesn't really seem to come in handy too much, because the ORKAN's kind of slow. It's kind of slow. Anyway, we're running the Fleet Pioneer flag along with the Type 9 camouflage that the ship comes with, and it does look pretty snazzy. It's not bad at all. Very nice looking camouflage. Moving on to the specs, we have 18,100 hit points for the survivability there. For the artillery, we've got a total of 6 120mm 5-inch guns, or 4.9-inch guns to be exact. 10.6 kilometer firing range, 4.4 second reload, 9 second 180 degree turn time. So these turrets turn pretty quick. They've got decent reload and all that. Now obviously you're not going to be like out reloading a Kid or a Benson or something like that, but you still are a capable gunboat. In the gameplay portion that you guys are going to be seeing in the next few minutes, you guys will see that she is a capable gunboat. Alright. Now, would I say, you know, would I take this ship over my Kid or my Benson? No. I still think the Kid is like the king of gunboats, okay? It really is. Like, yeah, the ORKAN has a radar, but that's only useful in, like, very, very specific scenarios. In every other case, a Kid will absolutely gun down an ORKAN. You gotta remember, the ORKAN can't really disengage. Like, she doesn't have smokes. And her radar only lasts, you know, 20 seconds. And once that 20 seconds is up, the ORKAN is completely exposed to getting rushed down by, like, an enemy American destroyer or something like that. So you gotta be, you know, on your toes, I guess. Now for the HE shell, maximum damage, it's 1750 with a 9% chance of setting a fire. The fire chance is pretty good. For a 120mm gun, a 9% fire chance is pretty insane. You know, running a fire build might actually not be a bad idea. Like, if you were to put on Conrad Helfrich, I mean, that fire chance would go up to 11%, which is almost cruiser-esque fire chance. So, I mean, that's something, you know. There's a lot of fun things you might be able to try out with this little boat here. Now, moving on to the AP shell maximum damage, it's 2250, so pretty decent little AP, too. The secondary armament, that's right. This ship comes with one 102mm secondary gun as like a meme. If you actually manage to get a close quarters expert in the ORKAN, yeah, that's definitely meme worthy for sure. But I've never been able to actually get a close quarters expert. But I've actually been able to shoot this secondary at people, but it never hits. It seems to be pretty drunk, the secondary gun. Anyway. Moving on to the torpedoes. You have 4 533 millimeter torpedoes, 70-second duration. You can also, I believe, fire them sequentially, meaning you can fire them one at a time, okay? I think. I could be crazy, but I think you can do that. I don't know. Yeah, sequential. So it is a sequential firing torpedo destroyer as well. The 180-degree turn time on those torpedo tubes is 6 seconds. Maximum damage on those torpedoes currently is 10,700 for me. Obviously, if you were to go with a different build, it'd be different for you, right? You could build into the torpedoes, but I feel like you're kind of losing a lot there, you know, building into the torpedoes instead of the guns. I think the ORKAN is just better off as a gunboat and whatnot. Torpedo detectability is 1.6 kilometers, 9-kilometer range on the torpedoes, with a 65 knot speed, so they are pretty good. I mean, not in terms of damage, but in terms of range and speed and everything, they're pretty decent, and they reload pretty quick as well. Moving on to the AA. The AA is not the greatest, but it's okay for a DD. I mean, what else do you expect? It's a destroyer. I mean, not many DDs have good AA at tier 6, except like Kid and some American destroyers and whatnot. But you do have some 20mm Orlikans. You got some 40mm, some 102mm, your secondaries, and your main guns also count as AA. So your 120mm 5-inch guns and your 4-inch 102mm guns, those are dual purpose, meaning they can shoot at planes and they can shoot at ships. So pretty cool. You have a little bit of AA, nothing special though, so don't really depend on it. And remember, the AA rating is like 27, so, I mean, you can look at all the damage, 22, 13, that's what, 20, that's what, 35. You know, you have around a 50 average damage per second on the AA, so. Anyway, moving on to the maneuverability here. 35 knot maximum speed, which is a little slow for a destroyer. A destroyer should be able to get up to at least 38 to 39 knots, if not 40 knots, plus some. So it's pretty slow for a DD, I'm not going to lie. Most cruisers can get up to that pretty easily, right? So it's a little on the slow end for a DD, but I mean, it's nothing crazy bad, so it's not as noticeable, but it does feel a little sluggish. The turning circle radius is 590 meters, pretty damn good, nothing special there though, and a 3.4 second rudder. I mean, pretty average for a destroyer, nothing special. And finally, in the specs tab, we're taking a look now at the concealment. Currently on my build, I've got a 5.3 kilometer detectability range by sea, 3.1 by air, 2 guaranteed with a 2.4 detection while firing in smoke screens. Moving on to the armor. You don't have any. You're a destroyer. You should not be taking hits in a destroyer if you can help it, especially from cruisers and battleships and stuff like that. But, hey, you know, yeah, you have no armor, so just bear that in mind. And for the overview, sequential firing torpedoes, we talked about that already. Agile, I mean, it is pretty agile, it turns pretty well, but it feels slow for you know, a destroyer. It has, like, the speed of a cruiser. And full circle, yeah, the turrets do rotate 180 degrees, so you can literally have your guns on target at basically any given time, which is pretty nice to have, you know, that ability to have. Anyway, the ORKAN, an M-class destroyer built for the Royal Navy. I believe, by the way, the guns that are on the ORKAN, they are the Lightning guns, if I'm not mistaken. I think the same exact guns that are found on the Lightning. So I just thought I'd point that out real quick. But anyways, but she was transferred to the Polish Navy after being commissioned. Despite similarities with the Lightning-class ships, ORKAN boasted stronger AA defenses, which isn't saying a lot because her AA still isn't very good. Which were reinforced at the cost of a reduced number of torpedo tubes. So, she entered service in 1942, and there were 8 ships in the series, so this ship actually did exist. If we take a look in the middle here, you guys can see there's her torp tubes, and they decided to take off one of the torp racks and put on AA guns, as you guys can see there. And your secondary gun is right there. As you guys can see, it's right below the flag, the Polish flag. You do got that 100mm meme cannon right there. So, pretty funny stuff. Anyway, let's take a look at the commander, and then we will head on over to the gameplay. Currently, I'm running Jersey Swirsky. I've got William Sims as an inspiration on him, because this guy gives me extra hit points per tier. So, if you do the math, 400 times 6, you know, there you go. You get, what, 1,000, 2,000 extra hit points, which is pretty handy. And I'm running Vincent Mordoff. This guy decreases my main battery reload for my destroyers, minus 6%. So, two pretty nice commander inspirations to have as a gunboat, right? Hide and seek. So his base trait is hide and seek. See detectability range, minus 3.6%. I'm running observant range. I'm running look at me now. Perceptive. Cloudy days. Because remember, this ship doesn't come with a smoke screen, so there's literally no benefit in putting on this ability here. It means smoke on the water. It requires a smoke screen, and ORKAN doesn't have it. So I put on the cloudy days because, you know, no smoke screens. And I'm running Unstoppable, okay? He's a Legendary 3, rank 15 captain. I don't got him level 16 yet. I still need the insignias and stuff. I've got literally, like, I have 3,400 fucking promotion orders. Like, it would be nice one day, Wargaming, if I can, you know, convert my promotion orders to insignias or something like that. Goddamn. But, it'd be nice to be able to get some of my commanders, 16-4, you know, some more of them anyway. But yeah, that's my commander. Nonetheless, I'll bring you guys over to the gameplay portion of today's video. I hope you all do enjoy it. Alrighty, so here we are in the ORKAN. We're going to be on Islands of Ice. It is a domination mode, and we are in a lobby with a bunch of destroyers. Looks like we got a division on the enemy team, a Blizkovica, and I didn't see the other destroyer. But yeah, a bunch of destroyers. Good thing there is no, like, American gunboats out there, because those are my main concern. Those and, like, you know, German destroyers, especially the German sonar DDs, like Z-35 and stuff. I do worry about those quite a bit. But luckily, yeah, it's just a bunch of, like, you know, destroyers you don't see very often. You know, some of the less common DDs that are in this lobby. So, hopefully we can have a good time. Well, actually, I already know we're going to have a good time because, you know, I've already played this game and I am recording after the fact. So, I already know what to expect. You guys, however, that are watching, and gals, of course, you guys and gals have no idea what to expect. So, yeah. Anyway. We're heading over to the Charlie side, since this side has no destroyer over here, so I gotta be that spot. You know, I gotta fill that role. I gotta be the destroyer that heads over here, spots things, and does whatever, right? It looks like we do have a cruiser with us as well, by the way, and another ship beyond him as well. So, we're gonna see what we can get into. Maybe have a little bit of a fight with an enemy destroyer, because as you guys can see, I'm located, so that tells me that there's a destroyer out here with, you know, twist and track, RPF. He's locating me, so he knows where I'm at. I know where he's at as well. As you guys can see, my RPF is going everywhere, out in this general direction. So I pop my radar. I want to see where he's at. And there he is. And he's like, oh god, it's a radar. I'm going to run away. So we're making him, you know, basically scurry off the cap so I can get this cap. That's the whole idea. You know, so literally the radar is just a scare factor at that point, which is hilarious. I think that's funny as shit. So he's running away. He's like, nope, I don't want any of this. I don't want this shit, so I'm out of here. See ya. Thanks for the free cap, I guess. We did also shoot a salvo out at him and got a hit there. Got an incapacitation as well with that one hit. And, yeah, we hit him for a whopping 569 giggity damage. So, you gotta love that. We're about to take the cap. In about 5 seconds. And, yeah, so far, I don't see any bigger surface ships. I don't see any battleships. Their cruiser is over on the other side of the map. It looks like all of their major surface ships are over on the other side of the map. So maybe this poor Gepard is, like, the only guy over here defending his flank. One thing, too, to mention about the Gepard is it does have pretty good guns. So if that Gepard knows what he's doing, spoiler alert, he really doesn't know what he's doing. But, yeah... unfortunately for him, he's really not going to be able to accomplish a whole lot. But, like I was saying, the Gepard is a pretty nasty gunboat. It does have pretty damn good guns and reload boosters and all the things there to help it out. So, I am a little, you know, cautious. I'm not going to just completely, you know, throw myself away and not shoot my guns at him. No, I'm going to come out here and just, you know, get into a gunfight with him and, you know, put him on the spot. But at the same time, you know, try not to get absolutely obliterated. So, I don't know. Anyway... We're heading out here. It looks like my twist and track is like kind of rotating around the island that's in front of me. So I'm trying to maybe cut him off, the enemy destroyer. Now notice there's a Nuremberg out here. The Nuremberg is literally the only enemy cruiser. So if we can take him out, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. So I'm going to come out here and see if I can't take this guy out. I mean, he's on literally a bar and a half of HP, around 6,000 to 7,000 HP, so I think we could probably take him out. We shot the front guns there, and we immediately get a fire. Remember, these guns have a 9% fire chance, which is 4% higher than the average fire chance for most destroyers. Now, he's basically on like 2,000k HP, so we're going to pop a salvo of AP out there, and down he goes. That's our first kill of the game, and we're up to 7,000 damage, almost 8k, and then the Gepard pops up, so we're going to start getting into a little bit of a gunfight with him. Now remember, he does have good firepower, and he's actually going to use some of his firepower and mess us up a little bit, so... But I'm not making it easy. I'm turning away, turning in, kind of doing some stuff, you know. And, but we're just absolutely obliterating him. As you guys can see, these 6 5-inch guns have no problem. Absolutely penning the crap out of him. Now notice too that one of our secondaries is firing. Yeah, pretty funny, isn't it? It missed horribly, but you know. Anyway, that's our second kill of the game. Second kill on that enemy destroyer there. We're up to 19,000 damage. So, you know, nothing crazy in terms of damage. Did I say that also at the beginning of this game, that this game is not going to be anything crazy in terms of damage? In this match in particular, this is more about doing my job, right? I always talk about it on the channel that destroyers need to be doing their job, right? Getting caps, getting things spotted, killing other destroyers and whatnot. You know, your job is #1 priority. Damage, you know, is completely last. Damage is just a bonus, right? So, I'm coming out here, I'm getting caps, I'm taking out enemy destroyers, you know, I'm doing all the things that I need to do as a destroyer. So, you know, and I always encourage that with everybody else. You should not just be, you know, heading off the side of the map the whole game in a DD and being useless. No. What you need to be doing in a destroyer is contesting caps, you know, spotting for your team, helping kill other destroyers, you know, etc., 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 right? You need to be, you know, using your brain a little bit, thinking, you know, thinking outside the box, you know, trying to do things to help your team. Now, notice that there's an enemy destroyer all the way around our team over at Charlie. I don't even know how he got the hell around there, but, I mean, yeah, interesting to say the least. And it looks like he's in a fight with our cruiser, and he's actually winning the fight. Also, we hit the enemy Asashio with a torpedo that we fired in a smokescreen like a minute ago. Hilarious! A devastating strike, by the way. That's our third kill of the game. 35,000 damage. Yeah, that Asashio had maximum fun. Imagine taking an ORKAN torpedo. Wide spreads as well. That's pretty funny. So he just sat in a smokescreen and he paid the price for it. So, you know, smoke screens, remember, they're torpedo magnets. They like to get torpedoed a lot. So you gotta be, you know, pretty careful when sitting in a smoke screen. Now, if you guys just saw there, I was just spotted for a split second. So this destroyer out here, the Bliskavika, is really close. So I'm gonna close the distance and gun him down. Show him no quarter. We are spotted again, so we're closing the distance, and there he is, the Bliskavika. Also, the Bliskavika has decent guns as well, but I don't think he comes anywhere close to the power of the ORKAN's guns, man. But he's still screwing me up, as you guys can see there. He just hit me for like 1,500, so, you know, I'm losing quite a bit of health. You know, having William Sims on, that's a really nice thing to have on as an inspiration, because I get like an extra 2,000, like 1 to 2,000 HP. So I'll take it, you know. Any little bit helps, especially when it comes with HP. Like 18,000 HP on a tier 6 destroyer is pretty funny. Like for example, even on my Kid, on my USS Kid, I've got like 20,000 hit points on my Kid. And that's tier 6 gunboats, man. So, you know, I absolutely love gunboats. Like, they're my favorite type of destroyer. I just love them. Going around, contesting caps, murdering other destroyers, you know. I think, honestly, gunboat destroyers are the most fun you can have in the game. Literally. Other than, like, you know, HE spamming cruisers and whatnot. But, you know, anyway. Bliskawika is spotted, and I'm going to have no problem gunning him down. He did try to torpedo me around that corner, but I wasn't born yesterday, and I don't run into those torpedoes, so I'm okay. But this Bliskawika is not so okay. And, well, he is going to pay the ultimate price, which is death. He's going to pay the ultimate price of death here, and down he goes. That's our 4th and final kill of the game, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I know that match ran by really quick, right? It didn't seem like we did a lot in terms of damage, but I assure you, we did quite a bit because we were top of the leaderboard with 2.7k base and 4 kills. We killed most of the destroyers. We gave all of the DDs massive headaches, and that's exactly what I do, man. In my destroyers, especially my gunboats, I go around, I contest caps, I do my job, and I love it. It's fantastic. So anyways, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope you all did enjoy. If you guys did, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out. Stay healthy, as always.